Hey everyone, this is the Tripwire podcast, part of the Triple Play Fantasy family. I am your host Zach at FF Triple Batman. I'm joined tonight by Joe Pepe at JPep20 and Alex Mateo at Alex Mateo94. How you gentlemen doing tonight?
Hey, doing pretty well.
Good.
How's it going, Zach?
Can't complain, having fun. All right, so this is episode 4 of our we'll call it our off-season Dynasty series. So we are going through all of the divisions in the NFL, talking about buy or sell uh, within the division. So we've already covered the NFC East, the NFC South, the NFC West. So that leaves us with the NFC North to finish off the NFC. So we're talking about tonight. So if you guys have missed any of those prior episodes, if you're watching this on YouTube, we have a playlist. Go ahead and subscribe, like this video, and go check out those other videos as well. They'll be linked at the end of this video. And if you are listening to us on a podcast, then go back and check out our other episodes as well. But make sure you are following our podcast so you don't miss any great episodes, because we have not only this show, but we have the main show putting out content every week, as well as an interview show, Beyond the Analyst, that I host as well, that comes out every week on our podcast. So without further ado, we're going to get into some Dynasty talk. And I just want to remind everybody that's listening, Dynasty is about having fun. You want to capitalize on value, make your team better, but go get your guys. Make it be fun. Don't stress out so much.
People telling that to me, basically, to me.
Yeah, it was literally a shot at Joe. So we're going to start with Alex's buy, which is Kirk Cousins. So I just want to share the ADP real quick. For DLF Superflex, so that's you can start more than one quarterback, but you don't have to. QB 18, which is pick 37, and then in a 1 QB league, still QB 18, but at pick 154. So why is he a buy for you, Alex?
Well, to start off, he has finished below QB 15 once since 2015. That's a 7-year run of a really, really safe floor. Get year 3 Justin Jefferson, get an offensive-minded coach, and he's just going to do worse. The math ain't mathin' for me right there. Every year since 2015, other than that 2019 year, he's had at least 4,000 passing yards, and every year he's had at least 25 touchdowns. So no matter what build you're going for in a Superflex team, whether you want him as your QB1 and you load up at your receivers and running backs, you take a QB early, a swing for the fence guy like a Trey Lance, Justin Fields, Jalen Hurts. You want that safe floor guy in Kirk Cousins. Or let's say you have 2 veteran guys, one of them like a Brady or Rodgers who may have a year or 2 left. Take Cousins as that QB3 safety blanket. No matter what you're looking for in Superflex, if you're trying to compete, Kirk Cousins is a guy who absolutely should be on your team.
No, I like that. And you're talking about getting him on your team. So I want to talk some trades with you real quick. So if you're not in a startup and you need to acquire Kirk Cousins, let me know what you think of these trades that have recently happened through the DLF Trade Finder. You have Kirk Cousins for a 2022 rookie 109 pick and Jimmy Garoppolo.
I'm taking Kirk pretty easily here.
All right. And Kirk Cousins and a 2022 rookie 112 pick for Justin Fields.
Once again, I get the lure of the young upside with Justin Fields, but I'm going Kirk Cousins again.
All right. And here's an interesting one. So Kirk Cousins and a 2024 first round pick for the current 2022 rookie 108 pick.
I mean, I said I would take Cousins over the 109 and Jimmy G. You're getting Cousins plus for an even later pick. As Kirk Cousins would say, you like that. You like that.
Yes, thank you. That's all I wanted.
Mashing Kirk Cousins right there.
Yeah, no. After looking at those trades, it does make sense that Kirk Cousins seems like his value feels depressed right now in the market. So go ahead and go buy yourself some Kirk Cousins.
And it's the name value. The Vikings didn't make any big splashes this offseason, didn't bolster up the weapons, but they got Irv Smith back. They got an offensive-minded coach. Justin Jefferson is finally growing into his body, which is crazy because he's one of the best receivers in the league. and he still can't even rent a car yet. So I just
hurts my soul.
I don't understand this value discrepancy with Kirk Cousins. He should be much closer to that QB 12, QB 13 than QB 18.
No, I like that. And I just want to take a dig because I know what Joe is referencing right there because I'm a Cowboys fan and you guys are both Eagles fans and I take too many shots. Wouldn't it have been so nice for you all if the Eagles just drafted Justin Jefferson?
I'm going to mute this whole thing.
I'll just leave it right.
Cool.
I'll just leave it right there.
If we want to go watch the Super Bowl, we'll just put on the TV. Yeah. We don't need to try and find a VCR for it.
Yeah, that's so okay. We're even. We're even.
That's okay. There's still 5. All right, so Joe, your bye is Darnell Mooney. So he's got an ADP in Superflex of wide receiver 27, pick 83. Or in a 1QB league, wide receiver 32, pick 65. So why are you buying Darnell Mooney?
I just want to say that was the coldest, most perfect delivery, by the way. Well, yeah, we still got 5. So
but how many was he alive for? That's a whole nother argument.
At least 4 of them, maybe all 5.
Yeah. All right, so you got a lot. But let's get into Mooney. So I was a fan of Mooney when he came out in 2020. He had 98 targets in 9 games, I think, that year, maybe 10. Almost certain it was 9. But then last year, we get a year with A-Rob injured and Allen Robinson, for people that don't know what A-Rob means. And he's injured. He comes back. He's checked out. And what does Darnell Mooney do? He gets 140 targets. He gets 81 catches, 1,055 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Then the Bears get rid of Allen Robinson. They don't bring him back. And they line up Darnell Mooney with, let's look at these names here. Byron Pringle, doesn't excite me. Belvis Jones, he's as old as I am, doesn't excite me. And then Equinemius St. Brown, doesn't excite his own family, let alone the Bears. So I don't see how Darnell Mooney couldn't pop off this season. And not just for this season, but at least one more season. Let's just say the Bears go out next year and they get another wide receiver. Then at worst, he's wide receiver 2, but I don't think they're going to go that route. They have so many holes right now that they're going to lose David Montgomery next year, most likely, because he's a free agent coming up. They're going to have so many holes that Justin Fields is going to have to just pepper Darnell Mooney this year. And I play Dynasty in a 1 to 3 year window all the time. There's no point to play for any longer, in my opinion. So if I can get 2 years of a wide receiver 1 from a team that's going to be behind a lot, that's going to have to throw the ball to stay in the game, I'm going to take that wide receiver 1. Any chance I can get a wide receiver 1 on a cheaper scale, give him to me.
Cool. So let's talk his trade value then. So here are some recent trades that just went down. Darnell Mooney for Elijah Mitchell straight up.
Yeah, Darnell Mooney. I want nothing to do with Elijah Mitchell.
Yeah, I'm taking Mooney as well.
Darnell Mooney for the 2022 rookie 204 pick and a 2023 second-round pick.
I'll go Mooney still just because I know what I have there compared to the picks.
Okay.
Agreed.
And last one, Darnell Mooney for the 2022 rookie 111 pick.
That's the closest one, but I'm going to go Darnell Mooney because, again, there's just nobody else there. Cole Kmet doesn't excite me in any sense, so I'm going Mooney.
Yeah, Mooney as well.
Cool. For me, I think it depends on who's on the board if you're making that trade during the rookie draft. And I just want to clarify, I was alive for the last 3 Super Bowls for the Cowboys. So 3 out of 5.
You were definitely researching that.
You were an infant. Semantics.
Just wanted to fix what I said earlier. It was 3 out of 5. So now we're going to move on to selling some players, much like I would love to sell my soul for a Cowboys playoff victory. So, Alex, your first sell is Dalvin Cook. He is in Superflex, the RB9 right now, pick 41. And in a 1QB league, he is ADP RB11, pick 28. So why are you selling Dalvin Cook, who we know is a stud running back?
He is a stud. But before I dive into Dalvin, Joe, you notice how we just said a playoff win.
Yeah.
Bar is pretty low. Anyways.
Very low bar now.
Anyways.
I am a realist as a Cowboys fan. I'm not a crazy Cowboys fan.
That is fair. Anyways, Dalvin Cook. Just like the majority of that 2017 running back class that has been loaded for years, it's almost time to move on. Dalvin is going into his age 27 season. So this offseason is probably the last time you'll be able to get any real premium value for him. In his career, as good as he's been, guess how many times he's played more than 14 games in a season?
One?
A big fat goose egg.
I was close.
None. He had played 14 games twice. So if you're contending, I'd be like, okay, let me try and downgrade a tier per se. Look for a younger back like an ETN coming off the injury, J.K. Dobbins, Cam Akers, Antonio Gibson, one of those types of backs, and just downgrade a little bit. But if you're completely rebuilding, I'd be even okay taking 2024 picks in this type of deal. It's one of those, he's at that point where it's okay to lose perceived value in the present to set yourself up for the next 2 to 3 years. Like you said, it's a 1 to 2 year window. That's kind of what you'd be looking to do if you are completely rebuilding off of Dalvin.
That makes sense. I mean, we know running backs as they start to age really become a depreciating asset very quickly. So speaking of that, these are some, I think, some interesting trades. So I want to get your guys' takes on them. So Dalvin Cook for Darnell Mooney, who we just talked about, and a 2023 first-round pick.
Give me that side. Give me Mooney.
I'm taking the package as well.
Cool. Dalvin Cook for Travis Etienne and a 2023 third-round pick.
Ooh. That's tough for me.
That's the type of deal that you're looking for. If I'm the Dalvin manager, I would have tried and did Dalvin and a 3 for ETN and a 2. A deal like that. But that little pick swap isn't going to be a deal breaker. That's one where both teams probably win, in all honesty.
All right. And then this is a player-for-player straight-up trade. Dalvin Cook for A.J. Brown.
I'm taking AJ, but it's a homer pick.
Now, let's say you're not Eagles fans. Still taking AJ Brown?
I'm still taking AJ Brown.
Okay.
You get a young, talented wide receiver on a team that's trying to push to contend.
No, I agree. I just wanted to throw in there if you weren't an Eagles fan.
But fly, Eagles, fly.
Birds.
All right. So, Joe, your sell is Amon-Ra St. Brown. His current ADP in Superflex is wide receiver 36 at pick 100, and in a 1 QB league, wide receiver 37 at pick 70. So why are we selling Amon-Ra St. Brown?
So right before I get into the Sun God, the one thing I like about the Dalvin Cook sell is that he has a potential out after this year for $6 million. So like a dead cap hit. So I love that on top of it all. But for Amon-Ra St. Brown, it's very simple. Last year, 119 targets, 90 catches, 912 yards, 5 touchdowns. That's his stat line. Nobody else was there. That you couldn't name a receiver that you truly wanted. DeAndre Swift was in and out. Now you have the rookie Williams coming in, Jameson coming in. You got DJ Chark there for just at least this year. Who knows about the future? You have TJ Hawkinson as well. You have DeAndre Swift again, still there, hopefully for the full, 17 games. Just so much talent surrounding a guy whose draft capital was a 112 pick. I feel like this is where he's going to be at his highest. He's never going to be a wide receiver 1 for a team. That's why the Lions were so excited at draft day when they got their guy, because they knew they got who they think is the one. So if they see Amon-Ra St. Brown as at most the 2, I'm going to try to ship him out while people are still having these sun god conversations on Twitter. I'm trying to catch the peak of the mountain before I fall off, like I always say, like the little Price is Right guy. Trying to get out beforehand.
Oh, that makes sense. And like I said, in Dynasty, it's all about what's the market value at the time. And I mean, Amon-Ra St. Brown, for some, is still a really hot name because of how he finished last year. Some people don't believe the hype. So it's really just in your league, what can you get for him if he's on your roster right now? So speaking of trading, I think these might be some of the craziest variety of trades we've talked about on any of our episodes so far. So ARSB for Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
I mean, I'm going to take the shot on the running back of one of the higher powered offenses over a wide receiver who could be the 2.
I'm still going St. Brown here.
Cool. That's a super long
friendship over
with hyphenated. That's a super long hyphenated name trade right there.
Yeah, it really is.
All right, so ARSB for Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy.
Jeudy as well.
Yeah, I think that's crazy that trade ever happened. But
yeah, who did that? Like, I'm in the wrong league.
Yeah. But hey, yeah, to each their own. Maybe someone really liked St. Brown. ARSB for Isaiah Spiller, who, for those who don't know, he is a rookie running back with the LA Chargers, most likely backing up Austin Eckler.
Yeah, that's the one I'm going to take the Sun God on, but that's because I just think that's a horrendous trade.
Yeah, St. Brown still.
Yeah, I feel like you'd get more for St. Brown than Isaiah Spiller.
Yeah.
ARSB for DeAndre Hopkins and a 2023 second-round pick.
If I'm a contender, I'll do the Hopkins side.
I'm still going St. Brown both ways.
Oh, you love him.
Yes, and Hopkins with the suspension coming off the injuries last season. Yeah, he was good when he played, but who knows what that offense is going to be like if he's going to be the target hog, especially with Hollywood Brown there as well. It's just there's a lot of moving parts in Arizona.
I just want to put it out there that I think Alex is only picking against me because I wouldn't trade him CD Lamb in our Dynasty League.
No. Surprisingly, no. Surprisingly, no. You said St. Brown was wide receiver 36 and 37, correct?
Yeah.
So the way I look at it, that's a really good cost for him. You're not drafting him to be your wide receiver 1 or your wide receiver 2. You're drafting him to be a back-end flex guy, a fringe wide receiver 3. So realistically, at that price, you're only expecting to get 10 to 12 points a game from him. So for that cost, that's one where most of those deals, I was like, okay, the St. Brown makes sense. The Judy one didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Unless it happened when Judy was hurt last year and St. Brown was going off. But I'm pretty sure Zach's pulling up recent trades, which is why that one had me a little confuzzled.
These all happened within the last month.
Yeah. My biggest thing with St. Brown, and it's pretty much anything with the Lions over the last couple of years, if your name's not Megatron, like, how long can I possibly truly trust this organization? I love them. I want them to do good, but your quarterback is still Jared Goff. And then who knows, maybe next year. So, again, 1 to 3 year window. If I can't get the guy who's not a 1, I try to ship him off while he has that wide receiver 1 value around his name.
Which is
I try
fair.
at least.
Which is fair.
But not for Isaiah Spiller. That trade was horrendous.
Now, let's say if they're like a 20, let's say they're like 110 for St. Brown. I'm taking the pick there.
Yeah.
Or if it's like 201 and a 2023 2, I'm going the package there. Yeah. So just like for his current value with some of those trades, it still seemed favorable for the most part for him.
Yeah. Like Zach says, it really all depends on who's in your league and who,
and
like, are you a contender? Are you a pretender? My favorite thing to do in leagues is to talk about a player like a week beforehand. Before I even try to trade them, just, I saw this tweet. Like, can you imagine? And just see what everybody says. And then find the guy who was all about it and sell him off.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And I think this illustrates perfectly that every league has different values for every player. So figure out where the value lies, because maybe in your league, Amon-Ra St. Brown is undervalued. So he's not a sell, but maybe in other leagues, he's overvalued and absolutely sell him all you can. So,
but do not sell him for Isaiah Spiller. That really pissed me off. I don't know why it's pissing me off, but it's really pissing me off.
You've taken it so personally.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's not even my trade.
So that was the last of our buy sells, going over specific guys, giving some more in-depth analysis. So we're going to do a rapid fire buy or sell game, which I know, Joe, you kind of struggle with this.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm going to lay out the scenario for you to try to make it as easy as possible. So this is a super flex startup. You are on the clock. So would you draft, aka buy, or not draft, aka sell, the player at that positional value? And you can imagine you are building whatever kind of dynasty roster in the draft you want. Does that make sense?
I love that Zach is basically our dad's. Like, and he has to explain it out to me. But yes.
Bet you $1 he messes up by
I bet $1 too. Can I bet on myself for screwing this up?
So the first one, and this is going to go in order of when they're coming off the draft board. So we're starting from the top, working our way down. Justin Jefferson, wide receiver 2.
Bye.
DeAndre Swift, RB3.
Bye.
Aaron Rodgers, QB 14.
So.
I hate to agree again. I'm selling.
Justin Fields, QB 15.
Bye.
So.
Aaron Jones, RB17.
Buy.
David Montgomery, RB21.
I have to buy.
Yeah.
TJ Hawkinson, tight end 5.
Sell
them.
AJ Dillon, RB26.
Buying.
Yeah, I'll go buy.
Jameson Williams, wide receiver 28.
Buy.
Probably sell if it. Yeah, I'm selling.
Jared Goff, QB 29.
I'm trying to sell him, but
I'm buying.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Adam Thielen, wide receiver 45.
Smash.
I have him on a team and I can't get rid of him right now, so I think I'm a little annoyed at that too. So
I love the quick smash sell.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for playing. I think you did well, Joe. This might have been your best. Your best.
It was his best one.
It only takes me a month. That's all.
Only 4 episodes in. We got this. So thank you guys for a great show. So just a reminder, follow the Triple Play Fantasy podcast on whatever you're listening to, whether it's Apple, it's Spotify, we're on all of them. You'll get a lot of great content. Like I said, you'll have this show coming out every Thursday. You have the main show coming out on Wednesdays, and you have the interview Beyond the Analyst show that I host coming out on Mondays. So I would hate for you guys to miss any of that great content. And then obviously follow us on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe if you're watching it right now. Like the video, help support us a lot. But we have a lot of great content out there as well, not just football on our YouTube stream. We have baseball, we have basketball, even though we're now in the off season, we're still talking about the draft coming up. We're talking about all of that great stuff for their off season. And we even talk about movies and food takes. So a lot of great content on our YouTube channel. So Joe and Alex, thanks again for another great episode. And we will be talking about an AFC division to be determined in our next episode. So make sure you guys, like I said, subscribe and tune in so you don't miss that episode, so we can see if Joe can handle buy or sell 2 weeks in a row. But
no way.
No chance. Sell. I'm selling that.
Sell. Yeah.
Take the under. But thank you guys and have a great one out there.
See ya.